My name is Charles Martinet, and I have the unique and incredible, wonderful pleasure of being the voice of Mario now for 24 years. This is the 30th anniversary of Mario, and how incredibly exciting and fun to be here in Miami at Florida Supercon. Woohoo! Really fun. Thank you so much. You know, I always say it's because of you that I get to be here, and that's really the greatest joy of anything, is that, you know, voiceover actors and most actors, they work kind of in a void when you're not doing the theater, you know? And then you come to an event like this, though, and I get to meet people directly, and I get to hear from you the most nice, positive, wonderful feedback about my work and how it's brought you joy, and that really is very touching to me, and I thank you all so very much. And aren't Mario games great? You know, I am so lucky to have hitched my star and my destiny to a company like Nintendo, whose passion is making great games, whose joy is making great games, and who have so much fun in doing it. You know, everybody at that company loves video games, you know, and that to me means it's just I just get to be so lucky to be a part of it. And you know, obviously a video game is like years of work and hundreds of people and creative teams and everything, and then a guy like me comes in and goes, okie dokie, let's go, you know, welcome to my new galaxy, yahoo, you know, and you go, wow, isn't that fun? But it's really, you know, I mean, from the guys in the mailroom all the way to the inventory people, to the marketing and directing and PR and mostly the cherished people to me are the creative people in the company that just love to make games, you know, so much that I think that, you know, Galaxy 2 exists because the people that were creative making Galaxy 1 were so excited they wouldn't stop. And Mr. Miyamoto said, well, then let's make Galaxy 2. Woohoo! You know? So, I mean, isn't that the way it should be? You know, and it's the same way, I think, for me in the world of acting, of course. Anybody alive will tell you this is the most competitive field in the world, 99% unemployment 99% of the time, but it's not that. You know, it's really about bringing who you are to the party, and that, you know, and doing the audition and having the audition be the end in itself. That was certainly the lucky way for me, because I had never heard of Mario. I had never really heard of Nintendo, and I'm sitting on the beach doing what actors do, waiting for the phone to ring. And the phone rang. And it was a friend of mine said, you got to go down and do audition for this part. You know, I don't know what it is, but, you know, it's like this thing, and you know, it's going to be in Las Vegas, and it's a trade show. You go. And I said, there is no way. I go. I cannot go if I'm not invited. I'm a professional actor. They said, no, you got to go, you got to go. I said, that's, I mean, what could be more humiliating than saying, can I read for this? No, who are you? What, get out, you know? But he talked me into going, and I went to this audition. I'm walking in as the cameraman and the producer are walking out, and I said, can I please read for this? And the guy goes, all right, come on in, because they hadn't found what they were looking for. You know, and he said, come on in, I'll set the camera up. You're an Italian plumber from Brooklyn, so you're a character in a video game. We're doing a real-time animation system, you know, where you're going to have these things glued to your face, and the hidden camera, hidden microphone, you'll be able to speak and hear people, but they'll just see the cartoon character. So, you make up a voice, make up a video game, start talking, and whenever you stop talking, that's your audition. And I thought to myself, I know nothing about video games except waka 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 waka, you know, and beep 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 and dong bong bong bong, you know, that was the extent of my knowledge of video games. Oh, and I forgot to, tuck, tuck, tuck. Remember asteroids, right? You know, that was it. You know, and it's so funny because I don't know anything about video games, but I know how to make up a character in a real quick time. Italian plumber from Brooklyn. Hey, get out of my face! I'm waking you. What are you doing talking to me? I'm waking. You know, something like that. And I thought, you know, I don't want to do that if I'm going to talk to people all day, you know. And so I thought, well, and what if they're young people, children? I want to make it more fun and pleasant. And by great chance, I had played Gremio in Taming of the Shrew many years before. Nice Italian guy, talk like this. And I thought, make that younger. But what about video games? And I don't know anything. And all of a sudden I hear action and I just go, well, hello, I'm a Mario. Let's make a pizza pie together. And I start making up this game of like chasing each other with food, because I happen to like food, as you might have noticed. I have a lot in common with this plumber, I'll tell you. And I just started making up games where you're chasing each other with like spaghetti meatballs, and whoever catches the other person has to eat it, and then chase the other person the other way, you know, and then make a lasagna, and the kitchen sinks, and da-da-da. And I thought for sure that the guy would say, okay, thank you, next. You know, and he didn't. And that sort of like set me on fire going, well, if you're not going to say stop, then I'll keep going, you know. And I'm making up all these games and running around, and I just kept going and going and going and going. And I thought, okay, they're still listening. I'll just keep going. And I go, and I talk, Mama, then we go to this, then we go to that, then we go to that. Oh, yeah, and Mamma Mia. Then we do that. And I kept going until I heard, stop talking. Cut. There's no more videotape. Thank you very much. Apparently, I had spoken for 30 minutes or 40 minutes or something like that. And you know, and I say, he goes, we'll be in touch, which for the actor is the kiss of death. That means, you know, please get out. You know, and I did, and I went back to the beach, and he got on the phone, he called up Nintendo. I found our Mario. I got him. And that was 24 and a half, almost 25 wonderful years ago. And it's been such a great adventure since, you know. So thank you all, because, of course, it's because you enjoy the games, really, that I get to come here, that all of us actors and voice talent get to come here and be a part of this wonderful experience of Miami Supercon or Florida Supercon, and experience the joy of meeting you in person and, you know, hearing things. I mean, people say the nicest things. You're the voice of my childhood, and I grew up with you, and things like that. And, you know, when you work in a studio, you're really in a little void, and you're playing and talking with the producer and the director, and then you're done when you walk out the door. But being a part of this wonderful character for so many years, I get to see so much beyond that. I get to see the impact of joy. So thank you very much for playing my games. Thanks. And I really, truly, like I say it now because if I don't, I'll well up later if I'm to do it at the end of the thing, but I really, 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 truly wish for everybody that you get to do what you love to do in life. That, you know, and this is a part of it, right? Coming to a fan show, you can meet friends for life. But, you know, follow your heart, pursue your passions, develop your own dream, because life, this is my new theory, life is just like a video game, you know? You wake up in the morning, you decide the character you're going to play, and then you follow that character through the day as he changes and evolves and deals with the circumstances. And, you know, someone like Mario is constantly positive and facing challenges with a, let's go, okie dokie, I do it, you know? And then someone like Luigi, a little more timid, well, I'm going to try, but oh, Mamma Mia, still courageous, you know? But then you have also, I'll have a rotten day, I hate this place, you know? And you can choose anything, but you also never know what the circumstances are that put you there. So it's how you can't control exactly what happens to you, but you can control your response to it. I never knew I wanted to be an actor, but I knew I wanted to be happy. My dad was never happy in his work the last years of his career. And I was just absolutely determined. I demand happiness, and I demand that what I do expresses me. So that's what my wish for every one of you and everybody is to do what you love in life, you know. And if you're not happy, be happy. Focus on happiness. Focus on joy, and make everything an end in itself. Because just like in life, if you're an actor auditioning for something and you go, okay, he says, you know, an announcer, you know, the 4868 multiprocessing computer, the way to compute. Okay, I got to say that because I got to say that the way he wants to hear it, instead of saying the 4868 multiprocessing computer, the computer that really works, you know, whatever that line is. I can't even remember my own script, you know. But if you're trying to get something as opposed to trying to do something, it comes harder because I've never gotten an audition once where I tried to figure out what the producer wanted, but I get the job when I go, okay, I'm just going to have fun with this. That's when I tend to be able to get the job, and I think it's the same thing in life. Life is like you're a dog chasing a ball or a stick on the beach or in the ocean. They're not sitting there thinking, okay, I wonder if I should waggle my tail now, or if I should throw the ball. Throw the ball. I'm going to get the ball. Throw the ball. Throw the ball. And that's the way you act as an actor. It's like, okay, here's the character. This is what the character wants. That's what I'm going to say. And you just go for it and have fun and make that the end in itself because, boy, oh boy, life is quick. Life is short, I say. I'm not. I'm tall. But life can be very short, so enjoy every second of it. So there it is. That's my wish for you, is have a great and wonderful time here and there and everywhere. So there it is. Thank you so much. And I'm not even leaving yet because definitely want to open up to questions, any questions that you might have. I was just at E3 and it was really a wonderful experience as always. Yeah, there's a microphone right up here, so if you want to just queue up and I'll take questions that you have. Super Mario Maker, I just had such a great time doing that, You can make your own levels. And the great thing is you have to be able to actually play those levels. I made mine so easy that you can't die. Right? So otherwise I filled in all the holes with more bricks and and then I did a ladder up to the top of the flagpole, so it's like, and then put coins in every single square. Just like life, right? Hi.
Okay, hello. Do you think you will be playing Mario in 10 years?
Do I think I'll be playing Mario in 10 years? Thank you for asking that. I sure hope so. Life is about having fun, and I can't imagine anything more fun than doing Mario and playing Mario's voice. It's really fun. I hope 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you never know. But I hope so. It's so much fun. Thank you.
I also have to ask,
sure.
Do you remember the lines from Taming of the Shrew?
Do I have what?
Do you remember the lines from Taming of the Shrew?
Do I know the lines from Taming of the Shrew?
I can't believe it now. I just want to hear, you doing, "It's a mia, Gremio."
It's so funny because Gremio, the only thing I can remember is I tried to learn an Italian phrase because I didn't speak Italian. Buongiorno, signor mio Petrucchio. Perché la volete chiudere in gabbia e farla portare la penna la sua linguaccia?
Thank you very much.
Which was something like, why do you want to make me suffer because of her tongue, the shrew's tongue. Mamma mia. Hi.
Hi. I was wondering, do the Mario voices ever come out in your daily life? Do you ever go to the drive-thru and order in Mario's voice?
Well, I never do that. It always comes out, but not intentionally, because my voice is basically, the characters are all very real inside of me. It's like Mario is a part of my very core existence, as are all the other characters, that I play. So yes, he does, but never do I do it consciously to order something, because I view the relationship as very sacred. It's like that's a trust that I have this voice that is in the games. So I do it there because I don't seek to use that voice for my advantage, except insofar as doing the voice joyfully with the company does it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
Thank you. I like your outfit.
Thank you.
Cosplay is so great, isn't it? I love it. Hi.
Which Mario game is your favorite?
What Mario game is my favorite? That's a great question. Every time I see a Mario game for the first time, it's my favorite game of all time. Super Mario Maker to me is like, oh my gosh, this is the most fun game I've ever seen in my life. I love this. But a few games really stand out. Galaxy 1 and 2, Super Mario Bros. Wii. Do you remember when that came out? That was just the coolest. I laughed. I had goosebumps with Galaxy, and Super Mario Bros. 3D World. That was so fantastic. I love that. And all the Mario Kart series too. So what's my favorite? Yes. Thank you. Do I play well? That's the second part of that question. No. I can get to the princess is not in this castle. but I've never rescued her. I probably will never be able to. You know, you got to be, fast of fingers and fast of mind, But thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi.
What do you say to the haters?
What do I say?
What do you say to the haters?
What do I say to the haters?
Yes.
Oh, haters? You mean people who hate me? I don't pay attention to that. Yeah, of course, in life today, there's the internet, and there are people who love what you do and people who hate what you do. One of the first professional director I had, Michael Liebert at Berkeley Repertory Theater, he said, never trust a review, because if you believe them when they say you're good, you'll believe them when they say you're bad. Right? So the whole thing is you have to do what is in your heart and what's true to you, and the rest, all that stuff out there, is a bunch of noise. I honestly don't even pay attention to haters or people, because it's like, why? I have all the love in the world. I have all the joy and all the happiness in the world. Why give? It's like, why? Inside of yourself, we all have a negative voice, that negative ego part of ourselves. Well, if you pay attention to that instead of the positive, healthy ego that shows you how great life is, well, then you become, Yeah.
Hi, I have a question and a comment. Hi. My comment. Your work, the things you've done with Nintendo, have defined a lot of my life and a lot of what I want to do in life, and your work alone, along with a few others, have inspired me to start voice acting as well as designing games doing the work for that games. Also, I wanted to ask you, with all the work you've done throughout the years, is there anything that stands out that is like that defining moment that you said, this is what I love doing, this is why I like to do voices, this is me, this is my personality?
Thank you for asking that. I'm glad that my happiness and my joy can inspire you to be happy too. I think that's a great thing, and to seek your dreams. The defining moment for me of when I knew this is what I wanted to do was the first time I played Mario in the real-time animation system, talking to people. And, I'd say, hello there. Oh, look, you're a beautiful princess. You got the pink dress on. And they would go, whoa, because they're looking at a cartoon character. How can you see my pink dress? Because I see you right there. Wave hello with your hand. See, you're waving hello with your hand. And just playing and seeing the delight and surprise. And knowing that I could have a positive impact by being this character and learning how to hone and craft that character into being loving and caring and innocent, respectful of all people, all times, all ways, never seeing the flaw, only seeing the good. And doing that and feeling that impact as I started to hone the character, that was to me defining. It's like, this is not only what I want to do, it's who I want to be.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if that makes sense, but it's a fortunate thing for me that my legacy is Mario. Really, how fortunate. Hi.
Hello again, Mr. Martinet.
Hi there.
I did said I bring my twin brother in. He is here.
Oh, hello, bro. Hello.
I have like two questions.
Sure.
The first one is, I know everybody first started know your work for Super Mario 64, but before that, there was a certain computer game called Mario's Game Gallery, especially when you had Mario play Go Fish, and I think that's like the first time that you did Mario, I think.
Yeah,
if I'm not
I think
correct.
so. I don't even really remember. I remember doing Mario Teaches Typing at a studio in San Francisco, Burke Sound in San Francisco. That was a lot of fun, and I didn't have any idea that what would be next, but then, because there wasn't enough memory in the games, in the Super NES, for voice, or much more than music and sound. And then one day I got this phone call, Mr. Miyamoto would like you to do the voice of Mario in a game. And I went, woohoo! Yeah, I was so excited. And then we got to put in, it was Mario 64, because the MIPS RISC processor of the of Nintendo 64 allowed for voice, sound, and 3 dimensions. This is one of the gorgeous things about Nintendo 2 to me, is that it's always the ideas and the creativity of the core people that create the desire and the need for higher technology. You know, 3 dimensions came in because, you know, we were doing side-scrolling, you know, and then wait. You know, we want to do 3 dimensions and then get off the couch and play with the Wii. Each time the creativity and the invention has led to the technology, which I think is really spectacular.
Also, my other question was,
Sure.
there was also a demo that you did where Mario is on the screen and the ongoers were looking at it and they were actually like, interacting with Mario.
Yeah, that was...
And I remember that moment where you actually try to curse and the coin sound comes out, and actually doing a reenactment of a scene of Star Wars with Luke Skywalker and...
Oh,
Darth Vader.
yeah. Lukey, come and join the dark side of the Force. No. Lukey, I'm your papa. No, you're not my papa. Oh, yeah, I'm your papa. No, you're not my papa. Oh, yes, I am your papa. No, you're not my papa. Stop saying I'm not your papa, you little brat, or I'll chop your hand off. Oh, you're not my papa. All right, take that. Chop. Oh, papa, why you chop off my hand? Something like that, I think it was.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. That was my impression of the whole movie.
Yep.
Hi.
My name is Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan.
Yeah, I really want to thank my brother for bringing me here.
Yeah.
It was a real pleasure to meet you for the first time.
Thank you very much. Very great to meet you. And thanks, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. And I got 2 questions that
Sure.
I asked. For starters, I'm really looking forward for the planning for Wreck-It Ralph 2, and there was rumors saying that Mario might have a major key to it, and if it really does happen, by any chance you'll be reprising your role there?
Well, gosh, will I be in Wreck-It Ralph too? I don't know. I haven't been invited, but if I were, I couldn't really say either. You know, nowadays with media, you're very much into, you sign non-disclosure agreements. I agree not to disclose anything that I audition for, any job that I do, until the company actually announces it. So, but I can tell you, haven't been invited yet. It sounds like a lot of fun, and but I have no idea at this point. But everything I do is so much fun that if they call, I'll probably say, woohoo!
And the second thing I have in mind, one of my most memorable voice roles you did was in Super Mario 3D Land for Luigi. My most favorite one was the falling Luigi sound.
How did it sound like?
Well, like this.
I didn't remember that. Like that.
Yeah, it's my most favorite moment.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I really appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Thank
for
you.
bringing
Thank you
all
very
of this.
much. It's my favorite moment too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. I know you did a lot of your main voices, but can you do Cranky Kong? Because you were in some of the newer.
Cranky Kong?
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't even know how does that sound?
I don't even really.
I have such a terrible memory for things that I do until I actually hear it. Then I go, oh yeah, I remember that was take number 47. We were doing this. Now, you mean Donkey Kong?
I mean, you can do Donkey Kong.
I used to do Donkey Kong. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Right. Thank you.
That was in Mario Kart 64, I think.
Yeah.
Thanks. Nice hat.
Hello, Mr. Martinet.
Hello there.
First of all, Charles, I just wanted to say thank you so much for voicing my childhood icon for such a long period of time.
Thank
You've been
you.
such an inspiration to me. I've loved Mario games since I was 5 years old.
Yay.
And I mean, it's just so amazing how far this has come. So thank you so very much for everything.
Thank you. Who knew, right?
I know. Like,
Who knew?
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
I got 2 questions for you, actually.
Sure.
I've looked at so many interviews, like online, with how you came to voice Mario. It's such an incredible story.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
just love hearing it over and over. But one thing that I didn't really understand was how did you come across voicing Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi?
Oh, how did I come across voicing Luigi? Well, thank you. That's a nice question. I was doing Mario in real time, and we're going around to like shopping malls around the country, and I'm doing all this. Hello, how are you today? And children would walk up to the, I mean, I knew Mario, and I knew Mario Bros. I knew there was this other brother Luigi, and I've seen pictures, and I've seen him in the game, and children would walk up to the TV set and look at Mario and go, "Hey Mario, can I please speak to your brother Luigi?" And of course, we didn't have that character created yet for Mario in real time. We didn't have Luigi in real time, and now we do. So now, if you go to the Nintendo World Store in July 17th or the 31st or something like that, it's on the website. But you can talk to Mario and talk to Luigi in Manhattan. So, but we didn't have the character. So. People, little boy or little girl would say, "Can I please talk to Luigi?" And I would go, "Oh, we don't have him." And I've got these things glued to my face. Well, I'll ask him, but he's pretty shy. And besides, I think he's in the kitchen making spaghetti meatballs. Oh, would you please bring him out? He's pretty shy. Oh, come on, please. We want to talk to Luigi. Okay, I ask him. And I'd turn Mario's head and I'd go, "Hey, Luigi." And then I'd have to hold my mouth still because I couldn't move the roller balls by time. "Yeah, what do you want?" "My friend wants to see you. You want to come out and say hello?" "Oh, no, I'm too shy. Besides, I'm busy in the kitchen making spaghetti meatballs." "Oh, he says he's too shy, and besides, he's making spaghetti meatballs." "Oh, please." "Oh, hang on a second." I asked him, "Oh, please." "Oh, no, I can't come out." So that's how I invented that voice. Not moving, but it's not, and I would sometimes move my mouth just a little bit to sort of like tease a little bit, because it's a little playful, and they would say, "Mario, why when Luigi talks, why does your mouth move too?" I love children so much, that beauty and innocence and suspension of disbelief is one of the core elements of this beautiful character. It's the pure, absolute innocence. And then, one day they did make Wario in real time, worked. And I came into a Consumer Electronics Show about 20 years ago, and there was this gorgeous, magnificent character. And they said, "Well, he's rotten and mean, and he eats garlic, and he's just always angry, And I have a rotten day, and yahoo! I just started coming up with these sounds and voices, and out of the sounds and burbles, "Oh yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good." And then started talking with people, and there it went, And then when I think it was Mario Tennis.
Yes.
I went into the session, it's like, "Oh, Mr. Miyamoto would like to see if you'd like to play this character too." I'm like, "Well, gee, let me think about it," And so I immediately, the sort of opposite of Luigi, instead of shy and, a little bit scared of things, but courageous, cowardly and full of self-pity. So you have the positive energy of Mario with Wario and the energies of Luigi, and those are, of course, the great thing about acting is you find the core elements of yourself and you infuse that in the character. It's just difference of sizes. Obviously, in film, go, you can't do that, but you do it with a cartoon, but it's always the same truth. It's just the scope and size that's different.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Nice gloves too. I like the gloves. Thank you so much. Yes.
I must ask you a question.
Sure.
This T-shirt says here.
I can't read it, but I can see there's a character with a red hat on it. No, what does it say?
I must ask you a question.
I must ask you a question. Okay. Great.
Yeah. Any voice actors you would like to do besides any Mario voice?
Any voice characters?
Yes.
I'm so happy right now. I really don't audition for a lot of stuff anymore. I don't do a lot of stuff anymore. I love doing Parthenax, and I love doing in Skyrim, and I love doing, I did PGA golf and Men in Black and, Aliens and stuff like that. And, Lord of the Rings, I did 9 voices in the video games there. All that stuff is really fun. But there are plenty of nice young actors that are, looking for opportunities. I still audition for a few times through my agent in Los Angeles, Sandy Schnarr at AVO Talent, and in San Francisco, John Erlandson at JE Talent. I still, do some things, but my focus is Mario games because I love it so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for mustaching your question.
Mario.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to ask, how long does it usually take you to actually voice over all of the video game?
Oh, how long does it take to do a voice in a video game? Well, we do like 4-hour sessions, and that's usually enough per character. You know, it depends on the size of the game. You know, Smash Brothers is one size, and you know, every game is different. Like a Mario title will have more, you know, multiple days of sessions like that that are really nice because we do things at a nice pace.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes. Just one question.
Sure.
Out of all the voice work you've done, did you happen to collaborate with like any voice actors you know, or anyone else?
You know, I really, you know, in the studio, I'm always in there alone. In the old days, when I used to do little cartoons for Sony Wonder Films and things, and we'd put all like 8 people, all the characters in there with music stands and scripts, and you'd interact and do that. And that's really very rarely done nowadays, you know. So I act in a void. You know, it's me with the director and producer and, you know, and the engineer, and we do our parts. And sometimes I meet the Princess Peach or the Bowser guy door as I'm going out, you know. But he's pretty much acting in a void. But it's a great collaboration that way too, because then you just have the 3 or 4 of you coming up with ideas, which is terrific. Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, beautiful princess. Mamma mia. Hi.
Hi, Mario.
Hello.
It's so wonderful to finally see you.
Oh, that's so great. Hi.
I had a lot of trouble today fighting Bowser and getting out of the castle to come see you, so I was just wondering if I might please have a hug.
Oh, sure. Can you have a hug? I can't really do it with a microphone, but afterwards for sure. Oh, of course. Because I got a microphone in my hand. If I put it down, it's going to go thud. But oh, yeah, of course.
It's an honor to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love your outfit. Is just beautiful. Yay. It's a beautiful princess.
Hi.
Hi.
When I was younger playing Mario 64, I would do it while doing my chores or homework. And in that game, when you leave the controller down for about a minute and a half, he falls asleep and starts daydreaming about food. How much of that was the direction of the game, and how much of that was just your...
Well, that was one of those moments where it's like, you know, well, okay, you know, in Mario 64, the great thing about that was everything was brand new. I'd had the great advantage of having played the character for 5 years, but everything was new that was going to be in a game. And so, you know, it was all just collaborative efforts, but it's always like, well, when people leave the controllers, I mean, we want to do something with the character. Maybe he falls asleep, maybe he does this, maybe he does. So we went through a bunch of ideas, and what stuck was the spaghetti, ravioli, mamma mia. That's what stuck, and I still sleep that way.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. Hi. Oh, he's Toad.
Yes. Well, first of all, hi. I grew up playing your games with my brother right there.
Hi, brother.
Hi. So first question is, which one's your favorite character to voice?
Who is my favorite character to voice? It's me, Mario. Woohoo! You know, because that to me just says all about the joy and fun in life, and getting in those shoes in the morning or getting in those shoes in the studio just makes me happy.
Oh, that's great. And then second, would you ever want him to be a villain?
Would I want to be? Well, you know, Wario's a villain and Waluigi's a villain, so to speak. You know, and it's great to play villains too. You know, and I really admire guys. You know I know the guys that do various other games, the shoot 'em up games, where they're the heroes or the villains. And I can tell you, it's a lot of fun to be a villain because it's so juicy. You know, but it's interesting to me because everything is fun. You know, anytime I get a phone call, it's not about money. It's about, oh my gosh, I get to go play in the sandbox. Yahoo! You know, it's all about the fun. So the great thing about a villain part is it's so juicy and it's so meaty, and you can explore the depths of the rage and the anger and the hatred or all those negative emotions, which is almost therapeutic. One of my favorite roles ever to play was Scrooge. Because I love transformation. And, he goes from this, bah, humbug, to, oh, he's so happy, 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 And that was like cathartic every night playing that on stage. So it's a great fun thing. So all characters are fun. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I totally put her up to that.
Oh, you can ask me anything.
No, I put her up to that. But no, I do have my own question, though. I follow you on Instagram, and one of my favorite videos is the comedy lesson that Wario gives. So I'm.
Why did the monkey fall out of the tree?
Because he was dead.
Yeah. See, that's funny.
So I was wondering if you have any other Wario jokes of him being evil or comedy
No,
lessons.
I don't make jokes. You got to give me garlic for that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. Have a rotten day. Oh, yeah, P.S., forgot something. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
I was just wondering, has it ever gotten weird in like maybe the Mario and Luigi games or something where you'd have to be voicing two different characters that like talk to each other, like you're sort of talking to yourself, or is it just like you do the voices like in
you know, they're
different
just so in my part of me, you know, that it's, you know, yeah, I love that. Do you remember Partners in Time?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like you just sit there. They're just there, you know, because they're so much fun, you know. And it's like it's just right there, you know. It's like if you're a carpenter, it's like, well, do you have a gun for a screw or a gun for a nail? You know, are you going to hammer it? Are you going to screw it in? It's just that's what you do, you know. So that's my craft. So it's just like, oh, you want to have fun this way or that way or this way or that way or that way? You know, you just go play, you know.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. I grew up in a sandbox, as you can tell. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Is that a cow?
No, it's a pug.
A pug. Aww.
Hi. It's an honor to meet you. My brother
thanks.
and I always used to play your games and still do.
Thanks.
Thank you. I have two questions. In terms of spin-offs, which one is your favorite? Like Smash Bros, Mario Kart, tennis.
Boy, yeah, it's so hard. I mean, to me, it's like Mario 64 is like one. It's just like got so many great memories. Galaxy has so many memories. Super Mario Bros. Wii and Super Mario 3D World. Those to me were like those are some of the hallmarks that stick out really solidly. And and Partners in Time actually too. You know, having the babies and everything. Mamma mia.
And since Pixels is coming out, which is your favorite gaming movie? Wreck-It Ralph, Pixels, which is coming out right now.
Wow, you know, I don't really have a favorite. I love, one of the things that is really cool to me about video games is that they are so creative and they inspire so much creativity. You know, I think that's an awesome part of it. You know, you can go on YouTube and see millions of videos that people make because of Mario things, which is kind of like in one level it's like, on the level it's like, wow, look at that. Look at the inspiration and joy that it creates. So I just hope they keep making tons of movies.
Thank you so
and
much.
cartoon series. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah. That's me being a pug. Hi.
Why is Wario's favorite food garlic?
Why is Wario's favorite food garlic? You know, you got me. It's like and he doesn't brush his teeth. He doesn't wash behind his ears, and he wants to date beautiful princesses. Right? It's like, what's up with this guy?
Right, because I am what I am. Take that, Popeye.
You know, who knows? You know.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. Is that it?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't know, but did you ever play Mario, Wario Land Shake It?
No.
That was such a gorgeous game, you know, just a beautiful, stylized animation, and he grabs people and shakes the garlic out, you know, as opposed to a gold coin. Well, and gold coins too, but, you know, it was like a really fun dynamic, and I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you thank you very much for playing my games. Hi there.
Well, I do Parthenax.
Parthenax?
Yep.
What brings you to the throat of the world?
That was a fun game too. Thank you. That was a fun game because, you know, they invented Dragon Speak. And so we'd be doing the session and be like, he's like, and then when you come to the land of the throats, you must say, glow, what? So we'd call up the writer. How do you pronounce that? Oh, that's Glovowakrok. You know, oh. So then I'd read reading and I'd be sitting there and sweat would start coming out. What am I going to say? Oh, yeah, Glovowakrok. Did I get that right? You know, so it was very cute. You know, and none of us could agree how to say it until you call the inventors of the language. Hi. Who you got? What's on top of your head?
Chains from
Oh, fantastic. Oh, scary. Hi.
2 questions.
Sure.
one, when it comes to voicing other characters besides those in the Mario series, like, I know that you're working with professionals and all,
Yeah.
but whenever when you worked for like Skyrim or Ratchet and Clank, was there like one or two people that ever came up to you and said, or was surprised that you were like the voice of Mario, voicing for one of their characters, and they asked you to do something?
Yeah, sometimes it's like, oh my goodness, you do that. We want you to try this too. And sometimes it's like, oh, you do that. Well, that's what you do. It's really not. Working with people that know my work is really fun because we have, something in common, a love for great fun games. Ratchet and Clank people were just super nice, and everybody I work with is just so great. Yeah.
The second one is just out of sheer curiosity. Could you imagine what a conversation would be like between Parthenax and the Mario Brothers?
It would be very fun and very silly. Yeah, come by come by because I actually have a couple of pictures of Parthenax that I autographed too, but by the booth. And I do like if you like a voiceover message or photograph with me or autographs or whatever. Or at least just come by and say hi. But you can see the stuff I've got. Thank you. Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
I just want to say just thanks for being Mario because it's like one of my favorites.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And I have two questions.
Sure.
So, first off, how was playing Parthenax like a lot different than playing Mario, other than like the language?
Well, it was a very different studio. That was in L.A. and we had a script coming up on the TV set, which was a style that I used in some other things. Recording in Mario games, it very much depends on the game and where it is in the development process. Sometimes I get a script, sometimes I get a script with animation in it. It's that way with every sort of voiceover thing that you ever do. You never know how it's going to be until you're there. Which makes it kind of fun. Sometimes you're doing like ADR, like the mouth is already moving, and here's the scripts, and here are the possible lines, and well, maybe we could change this line to that, and and that sort of thing. So with Parthenax, the animation I think was not yet done, so they would animate to whatever I said, but they had things recorded in chunks that would be the some dialogue of a question or a response to the Dovahkiin,
And my second question was, how much free Nintendo swag does do they send you?
How much free swag do I get? I get a lot of swag.
All right.
They're very good to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Hi.
I kind of have a quick question. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just so nervous. I mean,
you're nervous.
This is the first time I met a famous celebrity like you who pretty much voiced my childhood and everybody else's pretty much from Skyrim to Ratchet and Clank to Mario. I have a quick question. How are you able to go from one game like Super Mario Galaxy to all happy wahoo, and then the next all serious and gruff in Super Mario Strikers or Super Smash Brothers? I mean, is it a mental kind of thing, or you actually physically played a part, or
I'm very physical when I work. I always stand. I never sit. I'm always pulling the energy out of the ground and through me. So it's always and the tension of a woohoo or a yeah. I do it physically all the time with my stuff. So and that's very easy to do because it's just what I do. And I've been an actor for 39 years now. But it's like life is short. Like I said, I'm tall, but life is short. But it happens so fast. But it's just what you do. It's like being a carpenter or a plumber. You know the tools of your trade, and those are the tools of my trade. The way I get the performance out of myself that I demand is to immerse completely, fully into it. And the thing about celebrities, we only have as much power as you give us. I understand being nervous. I've been nervous around celebrities too. But we're just people. We're just people like anything else. We're just so lucky that we get to do something that we absolutely love to do. And very so lucky that you see us and go, wow, there's something special about that person. But everybody has the content of a celebrity. Everybody is just a person, Mother Teresa, when she was asked, why are you you? She said, I saw inside of myself the capacity for full evil like Hitler, or the capacity to aspire to the love of Christ. And I made a choice. You know, so that we all make these choices, but everybody has every potential. You never know. I mean, I've known voiceover actors. First job they got was Safeway, a $250,000 a year project, or Nordstrom's or something. You just never know, and if you heard their voice, you'd go, why? There's no way to know. It's just we're very fortunate, and it's a wonderful gift. And I always hope that celebrities are always kind and considerate, because it is really absolutely because of you that we get anything that we get. So thank you.
Thank you, and also everybody here in Florida will also like to thank you for coming and visiting our beautiful state. I hope you enjoyed Disney World or whatever you're going to be going after this, and
thanks.
have a great time.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I love Miami. What a great place! And from my room, I see the ocean and the sunrise, and it's like, wow, it's such a beautiful place. Hi, I don't know how much time we have left. Are we still okay with time? No, we're up. We don't. Somebody needs to tell me, because I don't know. Last question. Oh, you're there to do that. Aha. Hi.
You inspire me so much.
Thank you. That's Crystal, right?
No, Catherine.
Catherine, sorry, I can't. That's right.
It's okay.
Can't see.
Since you impersonate Mario and Luigi, like speaking Italian, could you impersonate Wario and Waluigi in Italian too, please?
Wario,
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Let's give it up. Let's give it up to our panelists today.
Thank you very much.
Round of applause. Come on.
And thank you so much for playing my games. You're number one. Woo-hoo.